Look at me. Look at me. Look at me ballin'. Hit my range up. Look at me ballin'. Got me famous.
Chaser. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. How are you guys doing today? Hope everyone's having a good day. Good start to their session here. Good start to their week. Midweek already. Can you believe it? It's already Wednesday. Where did the week go? It's already done. Let's take a look here. What we got happening. Let's pull up the important key thing right now, guys. Let's grab our levels. Okay. let's take a quick look here at the higher time frame so we can understand where we're at with things. Let me turn off the book map here real quick. Oh, that's weird. Why is it like that? We'll have to figure that one out. I don't know why it's like cut off. That's very odd. Let's make sure we can get that fixed. Oh, I see why. Okay. Very good. Okay. So here we go. Overnight session. I should just say we just need to pay attention that the main level, the main pivot to pay attention to is 28,020s. Above this level, we begin to start seeing some positive gamma pockets. So we would expect that the environment begins to shift a little bit above. But notice how we just have not been able to really get acceptance above the 28,000 level, right? This is also our put support. So under this, obviously, we expect to continue to see more negative gamma environment. Above it, we begin to start seeing a shift happen. This is the weekly chart right here from Monday, our weekly open. We could see how at the open of the week, we initially kind of in Globex, we traded higher into 28,700s, actually 28,761s, testing the prior week open. And then from there, we pretty much just dumped, right? We sold off. And so last night, what they did was they got above the 28,000 level. You know, we initially sold off, and then we got an attempt here by the buyers to break out. And then we could see that we rejected, price came back under. And then coming into 8:30, we had, I think, some news today. Price came into the level, and just look, we were unable to get any closure through. And as of right now, we've got this little structure that we're kind of trading under. So we're going to see this 27,937 level. If this level, right, if this level acts as some type of resistance here, if not, then it could potentially reclaim. And then we start seeing prices start trying to push into or above 28,000s. But the key thing for me is just waiting for acceptance, right? So I wouldn't want to be like buying into the level. The key is wait for price to get through the level, hold the level, and then you can be looking for opportunities. But currently, the fact that we've broken this structure here, I would kind of watch out because there's a possibility that we will see price come back into this 950 level, and then maybe we look for continuation lower. And then the target would be this little fractal down here, this little swing low right around 819s. And then if we just look at our expected high and expected low, let's see where we're at right now. We're about to open up here in 5 minutes. So we pretty much have about 1,000 ticks to the downside, about 1,900 ticks to the upside. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities here today. So, you know, it's just a matter of how we interact and deal with the resistance overhead. It'd make it easy for you guys. What I would just simply do is just kind of like draw some supply or resistance zones above and below price, because we are in a trading range. And then that way you don't make the mistake of buying into resistance or selling into support. Right now, we're literally in the middle of the range, but the key pivot right now, like I mentioned, is 28,000. So kind of just keep your eye on things here as we begin to start trying to form some structure, bearish structure off of this 28,000 put support level. Below that, we do have 27,500. It's pretty negative gamma down below. We have a lot of negative gamma pockets below. So again, if we start trading lower, we can definitely expect some pretty big volatility today. So let's see what's going on in terms of the Renko structure at the moment. Right now we've got this large pattern forming, this big W pattern. They just pulled back right here, and now they're beginning to form a continuation. So that would be the continuation move right here. So we're currently in a bullish rotation overall, right? There's our little pattern there. Literally only take 4 type of entries, and you'll see that I take them throughout the session here today. And maybe I could just pop something here on the screen just to show you visually so you understand when I make references to certain things, like what it is. Let's see, I think I just shared it in a chat here, a couple concepts here. Let's see if I could just open that up real quick. So this is basically the models that I'm going to be trading here today, the entry models. Basically, it's simple. It's not complicated, but the key is we're looking for the levels. Let me just show you first the framework here. This is basically what we're trying to do every single day, guys. So we look for the key level. The key level is going to be either gamma level, quarter level, VWAP, something significant. We want to see price We want to see confirmation with order flow. So we use our big trades, we use a book map. So we want to see price move to a level, large trading, large executions taking place, like in this example here, large selling come in. And then we also use time alignment. So we're looking at a higher time frame open, like a 30-minute or 4-hour or 4-hour. We want to see a reclaim of that open. So we want price to get below it, get back above it, and then we have our pattern that confirms, right? So we don't just enter up because we have a level. We don't just buy off a level. We don't just buy because we see order flow. We want to see price confirm with the structure, right? So this is basically the setup over and over again. You see me do this every single day. And then the main patterns right here, basically there's 4 of them. We take the W pattern, the M pattern for bearish setups, but then at the same time, we also understand that these patterns can fail. So we'll take a failed W pattern. So we get that W fail, boom, short it back to the downside if the market higher time frame is bearish, and then failed M patterns. So, you know, if you want a copy of that, I can post that somewhere. You just let me know if you're interested, and I'll just share that somewhere. I don't know where exactly, but that way you can follow along. I'll post it in the Discord actually, so that way everyone can have it. So right now we've just completed a second break of structure here, and it looks like they're going to attempt to get back to the put support level at 28,000s, but we are rejecting. If you look at the 1-minute chart, we are unable to close. We have not closed through 925. So we'll just watch and see here as we begin to start the as we're beginning to form some bullish price action here. We're going to see if we get a continuation move from this pullback. Notice where we're at the 9 a.m. open. Okay, so we're at the 9 a.m. open right now. We're testing that pullback here. Market's probably going to open and then punch right through this level here. So we'll see. But I'm also keeping in mind where we're at with the higher time frame. So look at this higher time frame right here. We've got 950 is that breakdown level. So we're going to see if that level acts as resistance. So a possibility for me, 2 scenarios: we do get bullish, we pop through, cool, maybe we do something with that. But the other scenario is we get through 950, right, and then we fail, and then I'll look for my little M pattern and get short back underneath. So we shall see. Good luck, everybody. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and let's see what we can do here today. Not really seeing any big liquidity as of yet on Bookmap. Yeah, we won't be trading that. We definitely won't be trading that today. No, thank you. Good luck. There's really nothing. We have 1030 crude inventories, which definitely has an impact on the Nasdaq. Okay, so we got a nice little dump here pushing in. Let's see if these guys are going to be able to hold this pivot or if they're going to run it. There's the reclaim right there. There's probably the drive. There's the break. Let's see, we get a pullback here. Market's moving pretty quickly. Let's just give it some time to calm down a little bit. Don't jump into a trade immediately. Just wait. Let price do its thing for the first minute or two. So they are trapping people to the upside and the downside. So we've now got a break here. We did tag the 950, so I do like that. So that technically does align with what I was looking for. So we did break that 950 level. Now let's see if they pull back here. We may have a possibility of an opportunity to get short, as long as this doesn't start breaking out, you know, above the VWAP. So keep our eye on that 950 level here. Sorry, not 950, the 900s. If they come back to it, or is this basically it right here? I'm going to make an adjustment to my indicator here. Where is my V rotations? There it is. Watch right here as it pulls back, guys. We'll just keep our eye on what's going on there. We'll keep our eye on the book map in the meantime while I make my adjustment really quickly. Price is beginning to consolidate right here at the 75 level. Just give it about a minute or so to see what happens. You can see here on the book map that we're breaking under 75. They're bouncing off 50s. Look how they're forming a little box here. So that looks like they're trying to trap sellers, but we'll see. Okay. Now they're breaking down the 950. Let's see if they can stay below 950. Price just broke down here. So we've got a nice little bearish structure here with a nice little M pattern, but I'm not taking this one. That would have paid out 100 ticks. But this is pretty grindy. I'm going to be watching for this pivot right here at 880s. But right now they are pushing lower. So let's see. We've got a positive GEX right here in this area beginning to build. See this green line here? So we might start seeing some dealer hedging. Let's see. There's a test of the VWAP. Let's see if they break the structure right here. I'm watching right here if they're going to break out from here. So we got a nice little attempt here by the buyers to break. Let's see if the buyers are strong enough to bust through. I'm going to just go ahead and take a scalp long really quickly to see if we can do that and get a retest of 950s. Stops will be below be at the next bearish flip zone, so or even below VWAP. So let's see if we get a nice pump here to 950 again. But we're already stalling out, so I'm watching the book map to see and confirm. There's the aggressive buying. There's 100 ticks. There's the 100 ticks. Let's go break even on stops. Let's see if we can hold and get to that 950 level. I'm going to take the profit right at that zone. So that's a 140 tick profit, trade number one. So what is that pattern there that we just took? This is the textbook reclaim. So we have the W formation, number one. So number one is actually the level, right? We have our major level. There's some positive GEX building. 850 is the price. Large volume, confirms trap sellers. We get that break of structure. As we broke that structure, I already took the trade. Okay, I'm not even waiting for the pullback in that case. And I already knew that the level 950 was important before we even got there because ahead of time I prepared. I looked at the chart. I figured, hey, they're going to get a retest of this level, so it made sense. Combining that with the break back above the VWAP. So we got a reclaim of the 850. We had the large volume. We've got the VWAP. First trade, 150 ticks on a W pattern. All right, let's keep going. What's next? What's next? We're trending now, right? We're beginning to trend now. Looks like we're going to test of 28,000s. Maybe we get another pop for 28,000s. I'll try along here, see if we get a move to 28,000s. Let's see if we get a move to 28,000s. Price is beginning to stall here. There's a big bid here at 940s. I'm going to be cautious here because if price stalls here, it will pull back to 940. Watching. I will cut quick. Let's see. They're stalling. What time is it? We got 12 seconds left here on the 1 minute. These boys need to pump through to put support. Okay, no. Watching. I'm going to cut the trade, let it do its thing. It looks like it wants to take out 35s first. It's okay. Let it do its thing. Let it form a rotation. Okay, looks like it's actually going to go. Let's see. They're beginning to press this 75 level. We have an overhead press right now. So overhead press usually means that they're going to liquidate buyers and then go. So let's see. But it could be strong enough. It's still early enough in the session where it could just rip right through. So let's see what happens here. There would have been the target at 800s right there. So I should have stayed in the trade, and that's fine. I should have just left my stop where it was at under 750. But I saw that large bid there, so I figured that's where they wanted to go first before they pop it. But that's okay. Quick little cut, no problem. We're trying to get 100 points today. So the first trade we took, what was that, 40 points? Where's my pen? 40 points. And I just gave back like 10 points. We're up 30 points. I don't know where my pen is. All right, whatever. So it looks like they're going to come back to that bid now. Let's see if they're going to come back to that bid at 735. It's staying in the book. There's the attempt here. We got sellers trying to get in. Watch this bid. This is why I wouldn't stay in the trade, because I saw the bid stacking there, sitting there, ready to get filled. And of course, price wants to move towards it. We're now beginning to see some positive GEX build up here. Let's take a look at the flows. They filled the bid, by the way. Flows are negative. Let's go for our current contract. Yep, so it's bearish right now. Flows are bearish right now. But our POC is overhead at 85 on QQQ. So that actually aligns with price coming back to 8,000, 28,000 for a retest. So let's see. So they just filled the bid there on Bookmap. Now we see if we get continuation higher or if we begin to start trading a lower. Trading lower. 30-minute. Where's our 30-minute opening print? We're at it right now. So we're back testing the 30-minute open. We now have crossed over from bullish to bearish on the RTH session. So now we shall see if this is going to be a failure or just simply a deeper pullback. So look at what's going on here. We have a nice little break of structure here. So will they reclaim the opening print? Will they reclaim the opening print? So what was really helpful about what happened there? There was a large bid on Bookmap, 150 contracts. Price went higher, right? And that's what it will do. It'll go higher so that it can come back lower and fill. And now they're doing the same thing in reverse. They're putting a large bid above at 27,950s. Price is moving away from it. So now we see if they use that as a way to pull price, okay? So in this instance, this could simply just be a pullback, but watch, oh, they just pulled the contract there at 950. So price looks like it wants to try to get bullish here. Let's see, we're at the opening print. It's a little high risk to enter long here. We just crossed back above, and it could just go straight to the high now. Let's see. But again, the market did test 950. It rejected. We've got a nice retracement. By the way, what we see here, this is what we call the overhead press, where we get really bullish, and then we form a little sideways consolidation. They pop the head out, and then they give us a bigger liquidation to then go higher. So it looks exactly like this. Boom, boom, cross, cross, cross. They pop, they drop, they pop, and then they go. But again, if this is truly bearish, this could just keep going down and we take out the low of the current session. So let's see. Again, we want to be mindful that the overall structure, we're inside of a range on a higher time frame. So we will anticipate breakouts failing. We'll anticipate when price moves towards 28,000s that we're going to see rejection, all right? So we don't want to lose sight of that. Don't just trade a pattern. You got to trade the understanding of what is going on with the auction itself. So far, the buyers here on the 30-minute have failed to get that acceptance above 28,000. And now the buyers have tried again, and so far, you know, they're getting trapped above 950. Now we're seeing a big rejection here on the 30-minute. We just took out this low here, so at 844s. But the real question is, can we close through that? So right now, the current 30-minute candle has taken out both sides of the prior 30-minute candle. So what does that mean? That means that this is a broadening formation. They're stopping out buyers and sellers, right? They're just wicking everyone out. And when they do that, what happens is they go wide, they go high, they go low, they trap high, trap low, and then they go inside. And then they're going to consolidate probably for another 30 minutes after. So we'll see what happens. If this candle does get bearish, it could absolutely displace through the lows. But based on everything I'm seeing right now, based on the fact that it's FOMC, I would probably bet that we're going to stay pretty tight today within this overall range. But what do I know, right? And that's the key thing. We don't ever want to get fixated on an idea. Watch what happens here if we are able to stay heavy under 75s. Watching the book map here. Possible opportunity here. Well, they're about to break structure. Let's see if they're going to hold. I'm going to get long. I'm going to get long there. Oh, stopped out right away. Quick stop out, and that becomes a failure. Let's see. Watching 75 again. Try one more time. Stops below the structure low here. Below 75s. It looks like I'm going to get tagged out one more time here. Let's watch 75. Still in the trade, but we're rejecting 900s, or sorry, 9,000s. Watch book map. Struggle bus in here. Okay, looks like it's going to fail here. Watching that level. Well, we're still in that W pattern. These guys have not gotten to flip yet. Let's see, there's a seller coming in. Let's see if we can squeeze through that seller here. See if we get that pop through this 9,000 level. Come on, boys. You can do it. No, you can't do it. Still in it. Just waiting. They're holding this little 75 level, but they're probably gonna crack right here. Still in it. Still inside the end pattern. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, guys. Let's see what they're going to do here. 9,000s this is the 5th test. They haven't been able to close above, so it's probably going to snap and reject here. Let's see. They probably want to go lower. Is there a big bid down below? There is not. 750 level. Beginning to break down here. Let's see if they accept below. Watch 75s. Watching book map. Looks like they're going to freaking try to... They're playing games here. They're flaky out here. Flaky out here in these streets. They're about to displace here. Maybe, maybe not. They're still holding. That's why I'm staying in the trade. We haven't taken out the actual pivot. The risk is not that bad, so whatever. And how they're holding this level makes me feel like they want a short squeeze, so we'll see. Oh boy, I think that's it. I think that's it, guys. Where's that level? 850? Yeah, 850s. Is it time to cut? Is it time to cut? I don't know. We're doing a Johnny Cage, so we're trapping both sides of the range, folks. Both sides of the range. We got a beach ball effect. They keep trying to push under 75 and they can't do it. So if they can't get underneath the level, they're usually going to go to the other side. There's a flip. Can they hold the flip now? Can we hold this flip now? We got to get through 9,000s, 27,000, 9,000s. Can we get a push through this high here, guys? Can we get a push? Can we get it? We are fighting against resistance here at 27,900s. Will they get through it? Will they get through it? Get the book map here. Buyers trying. Hopefully they don't get stuffed. And it looks like the sellers might be getting trapped underneath 75s. Can we get above, what is it, settlement price here? Yep, settlement's at 922. And then if they do, then we'll be targeting 8,000 again, 28,000s. There's 75 ticks. I'll go break even on stops just because the market seems to be pretty stubborn today. There's the W pattern that I took. We never invalidated it. We're up 120 ticks. And it looks like a big, big failure there off 950s. Let's see if they're going to hold it. There's 100 ticks. Market's pretty crazy right now. Let's see if we get that pop up. I need to get to that next bullish rotation flip so we get a bullish leg. A bullish leg. They're back at 9,000s. They're testing. Oh, man, I should have took that profit. I should have took the profit, gang. We're still holding, though. Let's see. Hopefully they don't stop me out here. Let's see. They're trying to stop me out under 9,000s. There's that open print. Oh, tagged out. Should have took that profit when I was up 125 ticks. Should I re-enter on this? I don't know. I guess I could just use the stop under 9,000s, but more than likely I'll end up getting stopped out now because that move was a failed breakout. Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to take back the lows here. That might be a dumb trade on my end. Yeah, I'm going to cut that. That was stupid. I shouldn't have re-entered there. So that was dumb. That was dumb, guys. I'm down negative 25 points, but I mean, that was great. I mean, we had the move, but I just didn't take the profit, right? I didn't take the profit. I was trying to go for the bigger target, if you know what I mean. So all good. So now they're probably going to clear the level out. Well, let's see. These guys have been playing games here at 75s. Look at the 30-minute chart. You guys got the 30-minute chart there. We should expect more mean reversion at the moment. Gex is building positive. We've got this fake breakout, and then it came right back in. So this becomes a failed W. Now the question is, does this hold as resistance here? And if it does, then that could be continuation. And then the ideal situation is we take out the opening range low. There we go. So this would have been a failed W situation, right? Boom. We never got that pullback to hold, and then that was it. So There we go. There's the move lower. We now are expanding lower. Let's see if the sellers commit to this breakdown. Good morning. Good morning. We're down 25 points right now. We were up 35 points. Now we're down 25 points. It's all good. We're testing our zero gamma right now. We got some extreme behavior happening down here at these lows. Price is choppy at the moment. Our NetGex is showing a little bit of positive flows here, a little positive here. So maybe we can anticipate more of a mean reversion strategy here today, more rotational than trend. But we'll see. That 30-minute needs to close, and then we can kind of figure out if the next 30-minute becomes another, if it becomes a continuation situation or if we go sideways. Because we've been trading in a range since 4 a.m., guys. So we don't want to forget that. Since 4 a.m., we've been inside of a range. So the buyers definitely failed there on that break. We had the attempt to break out. They now have failed. And now we're seeing 875 act as resistance. So we'll see now if we start to get lower lows and lower high structure. Let's see if this becomes a seller continuation here. What is the ES doing? The S is just not doing much. It's consolidating pretty much. What's our ATR? 146 ticks a minute, so that's pretty good. Big Renko, what's Big Renko doing? It is breaking the low here at the opening range, but not much happening elsewhere. Let's see, looks like they're going to try to do something here again. Watching this little structure here. Watching the structure here. These guys are beginning to print and confirm lower low, lower high. But again, we got, they did the same thing over here. It looks like they're already beginning to go sideways after we get this expansion under this low at 75. So we're beginning to press down here again. Let's see if they give us that strong move down now, or if they're going to continue to hold 25s. There we go. There's the break. Nice scalp there. Would have been a good scalp trade. For continuation lower. M short. There's the M pattern right there. Boom. Selling coming in. Very nice. Okay, we are now trading underneath the 30-minute low at 818. So we've taken out this structure. So what happened here on the 30-minute, we had this structure break. They pulled back into it, and now we're selling off. And then the next level will be down at 236s. So it looks like we now have expansion. I thought maybe we'd be a little bit more sticky here, but nope. We are breaking down. So we are trendy. We're testing our big blue lug level here. Let's take a look at the 1-minute chart. But we can see we rejected here at the open print. And then from there, we've got this nice expansion lower. So we've got this leg, pullback, continuation. And now we're holding here or testing this level here. And if we do continue breaking down, the next area of interest would probably be down towards 700s and then eventually 650s. So let's see. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Large selling happening here consistently. Look at the bubbles here. The sellers are just slamming it right now. You got low, yesterday's low right around 27,600s. Okay, we're coming into this support level here on the 30-minute. Are they going to break through this support level? Let me show you what I'm referring to. 30-minute. We also have our 1-day min for NDX, so we'll be watching this level here as we start approaching. So we got these lows down here, so 605s. So there's a possibility that we may see that price wants to come through these levels, but because it's FOMC, I have a feeling they're not going to do it until after FOMC. I think they're going to just build both sides of the range, so then that way for FOMC they could just, you know, ruin everyone's life. Ruin everyone's life here. Watching this level here to see if they're going to do some business here if we get continuation. After a strong move like this, let's see if the sellers are going to be able to stay in control under 750. All right, 750s. So we're back above, then back below. We're trading right inside of like a negative gamma cluster, so we should see more volatility and more, you know, whippy moves. So price should be able to be, we should see some follow through on these moves as we start trading these levels. You can see it on my chart on the right side. Look at that. Look at that continuation drop. So this whole move originated technically from this failed W pattern here. 1, 2, 3, boom, break. There's the dot. We never got a green dot for continuation. Once we took out this low, that was the failure. And then we get the failure. We got the M pattern right there. Boom, boom, boom for continuation. This is literally all this does. Like if you, and the reason why I do that is because on the Renko charts, it's very orderly. So it prints the patterns pretty consistently every single time. So you just have to understand like when to take certain ones and when you should avoid. But for most part, you're always going to see them on your chart. And it's even more powerful when you combine it with the levels and then the order flow and stuff like that. So now let's see, they're beginning to try to find some support here. We got these buyer clusters here. I'm sorry, sellers that came here, and now we're kind of just hanging here. Let's see if we get that push now towards the low of yesterday, 27,600s. Let's see. 9:56. We got the next 30-minute candle coming out here in 3.5 minutes. So far, everything is just pretty bearish. We're about 1% negative on the session. And FYI, flows are positive right now, so it's beginning to get positive. It's flipped bullish at 9:52. What am I talking about? Let me get rid of my camera so you can see what I'm talking about here. So we're tracking the actual flows of calls versus puts for the session, and we can see now technically for 0DTE that it has flipped bullish since 9:51. It doesn't mean you buy. It doesn't mean you buy. but we're beginning to see some transition begin to happen here. So where's our flip? Flip is on QQQs. Ah, okay, 675s. Alrighty. This is like, needs to be refreshed. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got a lot of selling here under 700s, under the 700 level. We're at GEX 1. We got 2 minutes left here on the hourly chart. Let's look at this. It's a 500 tick drop. Let's look at what we've got here so far. 97 ticks. Is that 197? Yeah, about 200 ticks so far on this move. So kind of looking like how we got this nice little V formation beginning to form here at 700s. Not enough yet. We're just waiting. We're just trying to get our little trades here, our 100 points, and get done. I think I took 3 trades so far today, or 4 trades. First one was 25 points. And then I took 2 losses back to back. And then I had one where I was up 150 ticks but didn't take the profit, and then getting tagged out break even. So I'm sitting negative 25 points right now. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully we can recover. Of course we can recover. Of course we can. Why? Because trading is easy. Just kidding. Trading is the hardest easy money you'll ever make. Have you noticed that? It's the hardest easy money you'll ever make. Let's see if these boys are going to get continuation here. 30-minute is about to close here, so be cautious taking that trade. I mean, if you did take it, just know that your stop should be right around 725. You don't want to see a reclaim, and they reclaim, so you know that's already a done deal right there. So if they fail back under, okay, that's cool, but it's the timing of it's not right. You don't want to. Plus, we just got this big reclaim here of 700 in GEX 1. So right now we've got step 1 in the equation here. We got all this order flow, or we got the key level GEX 1. Step 2, we got all this big order flow, large sellers coming in. What we don't have is an M pattern. So now they're about to form an M pattern, but it's pretty ugly, and it's also not an ideal time. I'd rather wait for the 10 o'clock open to show up. Let them mess around here a little bit. This would be the W, but let's watch what happens here if they're going to hold or fail. I'm anticipating that we do stay inside this 30-minute candle for this 30 minutes, but what do I know? We'll see what happens here. It's a pretty vulnerable W here. But let's see. Watch that 750 level. This is where you start paying attention to Bookmap and just see if they're gonna, how they handle it when they get back under 750s. Because what happens is they hit these levels, they get under it, exactly like you're doing right now, and either sellers take control and overwhelm, and buyers cannot get it back up. Well, look, the buyers are trying to get it back up. Let's see if they can do it. And if the sellers take back control, this could be a pullback opportunity, but I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. Let's see. Let's see. There's a confirmation. I don't know if I want to take that, though. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to take this one. Yeah, I'm not taking this one. It might work out, but I'm not going to take this one. They are holding 750, but I don't like how they also have not really cleared 75s. It's also right at the opening price, so I feel like they're going to mess around here. This is too close for comfort. They could easily just take out that internal structure and form an M pattern right away. So we're just going to wait, guys. Let's just wait a little bit. Be selective. So buyers there really trying to support price under 75 or 750, sorry. Let's see. I'm not in this trade. Look at the 1 minute chart. They're trying to get some they're trying to get a breakout here and stay above 750s. Let's see. Feels like they're gonna do an overhead press here again. Let's get rid of some of the drawings on the chart. Not much going on here with Bookmap. They're just consolidating right here, 775s and 50s. Seller just came in. We got a big seller right there. Let's see if that has an effect on price. Could it be a scenario where we pop and drop? There's an expansion. Can they sustain a move above 75s? Otherwise, we might see what we saw last time, which they broke out, failed back in, but we'll see. Watching 75 level. We are breaking out now, technically, on the 1 minute. We are beginning to break structure, so we've gotten some nice closures through 750s. So now we're going to approach 27,800s. So that W actually did work out. It was just pretty sloppy. You would have got at least 100 ticks on that. But I don't like it because it's just not, it's just I don't know, I just don't like it. You've seen enough, you do enough, you can kind of have that discernment where you kind of know if it's good or not good. Even if it works out, it's just still not, to me, it's just not looking at it right now. I'm just like, it would have been definitely a scalp situation here. But it could very well squeeze through. If it can squeeze through, then that's fine too. They are trying to break above the 800 level. But we'll see. Just going to wait for this 5-minute candle to close. We're forming a swing low on a 5-minute chart. There's the red dot right there. Let's see. The buyers will need to reclaim this if they're going to stay in control, and that I would like. If I can see that the sellers fail and the buyers take control, then I'll have a little bit more conviction on the buy side. Then I would have some conviction on the buy side, but right now we got the seller. They tried. They're about to pop it back up again. Let's see if the buyers can do it. There they do. They just took back control. Now we need to get a new high here. We got to get a higher high. We got the higher high, higher low. Look at the flows. We should see some movement here. Can they get to 800s? Six seconds here for the 5-minute to close. And let's see if they give us another candle up, another continuation here on the 5-minute. So very choppy move up, not clean and smooth. Some large buying coming in here. Look at that. So let's see if they sustain that. We're now closing above 800s. So we are breaking key levels here. We've broken back above 750s. We're now breaking and closing above 800s. Let's see if they can support 800s, if they will accept above the 800 level. And we're testing the opening range low. Look at the bodies here. We've got this break, and now they're trying to break 800s, which is also our GEX2. Let's see if they're going to absorb more sellers and get another push. They absorbed the sellers right here. And it looks like they're going to try now to, sellers are trying right now to get price back under, but it looks like they might squeeze them and get back to the VWAP. So sellers already failed twice here. So if we look at the Renko chart, we had the seller. I got all my charts up. There we go. We got the seller here. The first pullback, boom, failed. Seller tried again, failed. Now the seller right here just came back in and got price under 800. So that's actually a good sign, but not enough yet to say that the sellers are back in full control. Let's see. So back under 800s. That's a nice, this is nice. Looks like they're going to try to take out these stops right here. Let's see if they take out these guys at 750s. But just watch the bodies of the 1-minute candle, because they can take it out, but we want to make sure that they're able to close through. We also have the opening print at 10 o'clock. So we just formed a M pattern. And let's see if we're able to hold the structure. That would have been a nice scalp right there. Nice little scalp, but let's watch what they're going to do here. There's the pullback. I'd be very cautious. This market today is Chop City, baby. Chop City. Let's see. Are they going to stay heavy under 10 o'clock? It looks like they're about to. Okay, I'll try scalp here. Stops above 75. I don't know what happened here. I don't know. Let's see if we stay heavy under 75. We're back above 75s. So that failed. Now we look for a possible reversal here. Let's see if they're going to pop it up here. What are these boys going to do? Okay. Let's see if they stay heavy under 75. This could be the short here. I'm in short, guys. I'm in short, gang. Let's see if we get this breakdown here. These boys are playing, though. They are playing dirty here at the opening print. That's expected behavior at the opening print. What time is it? We got 1 minute left for this 5-minute candle to close. Let's see if we can get something here. If we can get this breakdown, let's look at the book map. I'm in short, gang. Doesn't look good. They're just not letting that level go. 25s. Let's see. Yeah, they did not close underneath that open price, so I'd be very cautious here. Be very cautious here. Looks like they're gonna rip right here. I'm just watching that 750 level here on the book map. 30-minute candle. This is that opening price. They haven't been able to get underneath it, so I'm gonna be very cautious here and just whatever. Just cut this trade if it doesn't immediately start moving. Yeah, they might protect the low. We'll see. It looks that way, right? They are holding that 725 level. Feels like they want to squeeze. So watching. We'll see what happens here on the next 5 minutes or 13 seconds when this 5-minute closes. So that low at 675 could be protected. Let's see. I'm still in the trade, so we'll watch. I'm still in it. Still in it to win it. Yay! There we go. There we are. Now let's see if they get that low. But I should just take that profit for 25 points. So now I'm back to break even, baby. All right. That was a funky one, huh? Yeah, but the pattern held out, right? So the key here for the reason why I stayed in the trade is it just never gotten validated, right? So this was the actual break right here. Boom. We have our little structure pullback. They never formed a W reversal, so it was just really iffy because we're right at the opening price of 10 o'clock. So it gets Chop City. It doesn't mean that this is going to completely go down either. I mean, they could literally take it back up, take it down, go back up again. I mean, this is what I'm anticipating. This 30-minute candle was pretty much a doji, if you will. But, you know, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It is what it is. But it worked out, took my profit. This is not the type of chart that I want to be holding on to positions, because look at where we're at right now. We're literally sitting at support on a 30-minute. And our 1-day minimum on the NDX converted. So this is 657 is that level. They just attempted that level, and we're beginning to see price kind of slow down here. We're back under the opening print again. So now let's see if they're going to be able to reclaim or what. This is not like the cleanest stuff today, guys. Not the cleanest price action. Very flaky action. So now they may try to break here. Let's see if these boys can succeed in taking out this pivot right here. Or if we're going to continue to see sellers try to control the auction here. But that 30-minute, I mean, not much going on. Watching the 5-minute now, because we did close and now we're beginning to sweep that prior 5-minute. So they wicked the low and now they're kind of back inside. And now we're crossing back above the opening price again. Let's see if the buyers or if the sellers are going to try to step back in and push price back down. Let's see what happens here. But we're still technically in bearish structure, so we haven't flipped any bullish yet. There's the break. That would be the continuation move right there. Boom. The sellers had their chance, the buyers had their chance to take control on this move above the opening price, but they couldn't do it. And that dot right there would have been the failure entry right there. 100 ticks instantly. Let's go. Let's go. Yep, I'm fully aware of when the next 15-minute candle closes, bro. We had a timer on the chart. We keep timers on the chart, on every chart. Got to keep your timers on the chart. That would have been a huge, huge trade right there. That would have been nice. Would have been nice. 246 ticks on that breakdown. See the M, boom, 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 M. They could have failed it right here, and they couldn't. Combining that with the opening price, that's a perfect example of a failed reclaim. When I say a reclaim, it's when we get under a level, get back above the level, right? So we want to see if that happens. We get under, back above, it holds, and then we progress higher. That did not happen. Seller failed. I mean, sorry, buyers failed. Trap City. I had no desire to buy it either because of the current market structure. And we can just see that price is staying heavy. I mean, even though it's kind of like not the cleanest, buyers have not succeeded on anything once that failure happened around 10:05. So buyers, sellers got their lower low. That's what they wanted. They got their lower low, gang. Now we're testing the low here of our expected move on the NDX. And let's see if this changes anything here. If they're going to continue to sell through this, because we are negative gamma, so we can expect that we're gonna see price continue to like break through these levels. We'll see dealers continue to support this move. They're gonna sell with the move. So if price is dropping, they're gonna sell futures. If price is ripping, they're gonna buy futures. So right now we should see that they probably will take this out. I think we're within striking distance. We got 30 seconds left for the next 15-minute candle. If we do clear this level, then I'll be watching our put support down at 27,500s. And that's a heavily concentrated negative gamma area. So we should see even more violence, which is interesting considering it's FOMC day. Well, I guess that's a good thing, right? It's good that they're giving clean action. Clean-ish, I would say. Clean-ish. It's been pretty decent. I mean, it's decent because we have a one-sided domination, right? One-sided dominates in the sense that the pullbacks, we're getting pullbacks, which are good, and then we're getting that immediate fail and resolution. So it's good. That's what we want. What sucks is when they give these type of structure where it's like nothing resolves. It's like you can get the breakout, pullback, and then it fails, and then and it just keeps happening again and again. Those are like the worst days. But that's this, that's how it goes. You just have to adjust your strategy. In those type of markets, you've got to enter a little earlier and take profits earlier. Scalpers market. So it looks like we're getting some support here. Let's see. Still bearish though, obviously. Still bearish, gang. You're not going to be just buying because we see a reaction. We just took out the 9 a.m. low, so let's see if they're going to stay heavy underneath it, or if they're going to start the process of consolidating and staying back and getting back inside that range. Let's see. We got a little breaky break. Let's see. We got a breaky break here, but we're under the 200 moving average here on the Renko chart. It's kind of like the line in the sand, if you will. There's the M pattern. Let's see if this M pattern succeeds or fails. What time is it? 10:15, 10:16. We still have yesterday's low underneath as well. So price is down at like near 600s. It's possible that they want to take that level out first. Let's take a look at that daily chart real quick. Let's see what's going on with that daily chart. That daily chart. For those inside the membership, those that are part of the group, we got some cool shit happening here in the next couple days, FYI. We're building an entire market intelligence section, which is going to take all this options data and information and format it and structure it into actionable information for futures traders. So even if you don't understand all the stuff that with options and whatnot, you'll be able to understand what you should be doing. So that's going to be pretty dope. Yeah, we're about to slam. I mean, look at the daily chart. The daily chart is just, what, set 6 days in a row red? Wow, let's look at the weekly chart. Oh, yeah, weekly. Oof. 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 I mean, the market's so easy if you just look at, like, right? If you just look at what's going on, the narrative on the higher time frame, it's like, oh yeah. And then obviously in between, you're gonna have on the small time frames rotations, and just gotta wait and just try to stay one-sided, to meaning stay in sync with the higher time frame. The problem is the market technically has been rangy, right? Range bound for 2 days, so it kind of creates confusion considering it's also FOMC. But this is why in markets like this, if you're not, you know, I take the way I'm able to do really well in confusing markets is just I'm taking scalps. Like, I mean, that's just what it is. I just take the quick scalps, and I'm not position trading. And then if it just so happens I catch the right move at the right time, then it ends up becoming a pretty big win. Like yesterday, was it yesterday? I think it was, or the day before. The day before I was actually down. I think I was live streaming and I took some cuts. And then right at the end, caught the one big trade. I think it was like, I don't know, 100 points or 50 points. I forgot what it was. And it was a scalp that became a pretty big win. Well, there we go. We're beginning to get bullish now. Let's see if these buyers are going to get rejected and dejected. We haven't really made much progress from the open print. Let's see what the percentage change has been. About 0.35%. They're already getting exhausted here. Exhausted here. Watch here to see if these buyers are actually going to get sneaky. Are they going to get sneaky? No. Just wait for this 5 minute to close. We got 30 seconds. We're just looking for maybe a swing low fractal to form. We're trading against a swing high fractal on a 5 minute. Oh. If you don't know what that means, I will show you what it means, guys, because it's like an invisible force. Let's just get rid of this stuff here for right now. So right now, every swing high, right, leading to an extension, swing high, extension, swing lows have been failing. So there's our swing low, we failed, we closed underneath, but we're now pressing here. So we'll see if this swing low ends up holding or if they're going to reclaim that level. But the 5 minutes so far, we got lower lows and lower highs. Is market structure 101, right? Lower low, lower high. And now we have a swing low right here. So we'll see. And we got this gap. So they're probably going to fill this little gap here above and then maybe get continuation. Just like they did over here. They fill the gap, reject, and then go, right? So we'll see. We'll see. They're trying. These buyers are trying, but they are struggling here at 75s. You could see them trying. They're struggle busing. Now, it looks like we have a W, right? But it's not necessarily the type of behavior you want to see after the break. We hit it, we pulled all the way back. I do like that the sellers got trapped here. So that's the only thing I like about it. And then now we're kind of holding this level. So, you know, it's possible that they squeeze it, but it's just really not clean. I mean, I prefer the clean resolution, right? Clean resolution. And partially it's because we're bearish, right? We're bearish on the higher time frame. So the 30-minute, we're under the 30-minute open, so there's definitely some pressure here. Let's see. These buyers are trying again to get that breakout. There's the buying volume, but this could be a scenario where the buyer gets trapped. Well, we'll just wait. 5 minutes beginning to push up now. Took out the prior 5 minute high. So the question is, can we stay above that prior 5 minute high, or are they going to close right back inside? This is some crappy price action, guys. It's like the good price action happens on the sell patterns, right? On the sell side. The crappy price action happens on the buy side. Maybe that's a clue. Maybe that's a clue. But we did hit an important level, guys, which is our 1-day min on the NDX. So it is an important level, and we are seeing some time spent above. So let's see if that's enough to warrant maybe a deeper move. But I'm just waiting because I'm not really convinced of anything yet here based on the 1-minute chart. You can see that this 1 minute we have a nice little base they've built, right? A nice little base, and they're trying to close above 675s. Look at how weak this is right here. Let's see if these guys are gonna just displace through all of this, or if sellers are gonna get trapped here. So right now the sellers have failed a few times, but we're not really seeing meaningful strength from the buyers. And it makes sense because we're dealing with this pivot right here, you know, prior 5-minute low as well. I think we're actually underneath it, or the prior swing low would be right here. So they're trying to reclaim the prior 5-minute structure, but I don't know. I don't know if it's enough for me to participate. Oh, I have my camera off. Yeah, shorting is working, right? The shorting is working, but I wouldn't be shorting right now, right? I wouldn't be shorting right now. I mean, you could. You just got to wait for some type of confirmation. There we go. That could be the confirmation. Is it? Let's see. I don't know. That's nice. Let's see if they can close underneath our NDX. I need to change the labels here so that it goes underneath. NDX. Full names, below line. Okay, there we go. I had 2 of them on. Oops. Okay, there we go. That should be good now. Big dump. Holy shit. Dang. Yep, that is nice. That was a nice one. So on that Renko chart, look at the Renko chart here. We hit that level, and then it really struggle bust there. You can just tell, like, it just gets compressed here. We start overhead pressing, and then from there we get that red dot. That's the warning sign, and then you get that breakdown over here. Boom, and we get volume at the nose. The nose, man. And that's it. That would have been the trade, but I was being goofy, changing my indicator labels. All good. Man, you guys just keep forming these sweep candles on the 5-minute. They keep forming these candle threes. They take out the high, take out the lows, take out the high, take out the lows. A lot of sweeps. And we are at yesterday's low, guys. Yesterday's low. Boom. Boom. There's that move. Wow, again, another extension. And I'm not in it. This is epic price action, like on the sell side, right? You're getting these impulsive moves. This is like textbook where it's like, oh, correction versus impulse, right? So all these corrected moves, slow, grindy, weak movements. And then you just get boom. Clean moves, clean sell off over and over again. 30-minute range now beginning to break down, getting through those lows from yesterday. That was good. That was really good. Pretty easy price action. I mean, you can literally just trade the moving averages on a 1-minute chart and be making money. Good work, Abe. Biggest wins are your shorts. Yeah, I mean, if all you've been doing is shorting, you are banking. And this is exactly what it is. Like, you want to trade in line with the higher time frame, right? In this case, it's the 30-minute open. So 30-minute open was up here, 10 o'clock, we got above it, boom, below it, we consolidated, and then we had expansion 1, consolidated, expansion 2, and if you just look at the 30-minute candle, it's just a big red bar. I was thinking that maybe we go inside for 30 minutes and then we expand out for the IB, but nope. These boys are expanding into the IB or forming the IB low. Market staying heavy the entire time. No reason to be a buyer, guys. If you are buying, you are not reading the structure correctly. We're now approaching the one-day minimum on the NQ. NQ's one-day minimum is at 27,530s. 100 contracts on the offer just got taken out. That's the first I'm seeing that. They filled those offers. $575 is this level here. Okay. 530s would be the one-day minimum. Nice little recovery there, all 550s. Let's see. We're going to retest yesterday's low at 600. So we're going to retest 600s. 10:30, 30 seconds. Let's see what they're going to do. There's 10:30. Let's see if these guys are going to take out this IB low right away, or what are they going to do? Let's see. A pretty strong breakdown there. That 30-minute did close underneath that prior low. And they're trying to press here already. And look at that. That's ugly. That is ugly. Let's see. Buyers are trying to come in here against the 200. Let's see. Just waiting for the little pattern to form. There's no patterns. No patterns. We did sell off quite a bit, so maybe we do start seeing some potential deeper pullbacks. But we also have the IB low right underneath us. Looks like sellers immediately are coming in and stuffing that buyer at 600. This is the low from yesterday right here. So it's interesting to see if they're going to try to reclaim this low. If they reclaim that prior day low, this could be a catalyst for a deeper move back up. But if they stay heavy under the prior day low, then we can expect more expansion lower. All right. My 15-minute chart right here. The last swing high was right around 8,000s where we had put support, and then we just sold off. We took out this structure right here, and now we got our low down here. Low of days at right around 535 is our green lug level and prior blue lug level. Let's see now. These guys are trying to go sideways, go inside really quick for a little bit, then they're going to break, right? So we'll see where these boys are going to go inside this 15-minute candle. Buyers are definitely trying to reclaim that prior day low. So I'll be watching this here now as they start the attempt of a reclaim. So this low structure here, also GEX 5 happens to line up really nicely with GEX 5. If these guys end up failing here above 600, that would be the re-short opportunity down to 530s. If they start holding and building structure above 600s, then maybe we get a deeper move back up to 700s, another 100-point rotation back to Gex 1. Just keep it simple, man. We just take it from Gex to Gex. Just wait for the entry triggers. So big recovery there, and also notice the difference of price action. I mean, we can see the difference. It's just bigger expanding candles. Even the Renko chart, not spending time on pullbacks, it pulls back and goes right away. So now we're beginning to see impulsive behavior here. The price is getting impulsive. So that's important. That's kind of a shift in character. That 15-minute looks like it's retesting the prior 15-minute open. And we just broke some structure here on, or retesting actually the nose, the breakdown level. Let's see if this ends up failing. Let's see if it ends up failing here. I'm going to take a scalp. Scalp short. Stop above 650. Let's see. They're still holding 25, so I got to be cautious here. So 50s will be the stop out. Even maybe earlier if they start getting bullish here again. But this is like a retest of the nose. That's why I'm getting short. Let me show you what I'm referring to here. There's the nose of the M. Right? M pattern. Break, pull back, and then continuation. All right, we're up 40 ticks right now. Let's see if we can get the move back to I below. There's 100 ticks. Can we get it? Can we get it? I don't know. There's some selling coming in right here. Let's see if we can break back under 600. This is the line in the sand, the prior day low. Let's see. I'll go and break even just in case. Oh, tagged out, break even. That's okay. Let them go again. Let them go again. Now I can get my M pattern here. Let them go again. Because typically I don't just take a test trade. I usually want to see the M pattern form, and then we can get that trade. Well, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. Could have taken that 100 ticks, but all good. There's the M pattern. I guess I'll re-enter there at a worse price. Isn't that great? At a worse price. Well, we didn't actually break that low yet. Let's see if they break it here. Can we get through it? Can we get through it? Can we get through it? There's a 200 moving average. Can we stay heavy under 600? So let's watch Bookmap now. Watch the Bookmap. I guess I should have stayed in my original entry, huh? Ooh, I don't like the Bookmap. They're showing the bids stacking higher. They're lifting that bid. Let's see. They might be trapping here. Yes, they are indeed. I'll keep my target above my stop, technically right above that structure, but I will manually cut this trade if this squeezes right here through 625 again. Watching 625s on the Bookmap. They're trying. I think they're going to squeeze it one more time. Let's see. Let's see. I'm still in it. Not the best entry. Not the best entry here. Could be a trap, failed M. Let's see what happens. There's the move. Let's see. There's a retest of 600s. Can they get through it? Can they get through it? Oof. Oof. 600. Drop City. Let's see. I had to write it. I guess I should have stayed in that original entry, the retest there of that level of, what was that, 650? Yeah. They're having a hard time here at 600s. Come on, boys. They're trying. Look how they just can't stay under the Bookmap. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Rug pull, rug pull. There we go. Come on, a little bit more. No, don't reclaim 600s. Come on, I believe in you. Ooh, flaky, huh? Flaky. Let's see. We're still in it. We're still in it. They're reclaiming. Okay. I don't want to see price back above 600s. There we go. Come on. You can do it. There's 100 ticks. Stops at break even. Do not reclaim. And if I get stopped out break even again, it's fine. It's whatever. Break even. I was up 100 ticks on that. That would have been another nice little 100 tick trade. Another little M here. I was up 100 ticks from this one, 100 ticks from this one, didn't take the profits. I think I'm being a little stubborn here. I should just be taking my profits, right? All right. 600 still kind of pinning here a little bit. I'm pretty sure they're going to take out the IB low now. But that pattern originated from here. This move all the way back up. Got aggressive buyers here into the level. Then we got the rejection. Then we got the failure and then the move. Should have just kept my stop above the structure or above 625, but I don't know. I guess today I'm just not catching my flow. I'm not catching my flow. I was in the trade both times. Look at that shit. Now it's gonna go. Stops. So here my problem has been just going break even too soon, I think. Yeah. And then not taking the profits off the table. But we're in them. We're in the moves. So that's good. At least we have a read, a decent read. My trade management's just not effective for what's going on here. That should have been the freaking win right there. That would have been all I needed right there to wrap it up. That should have been it, guys. Well, all good. All good. So another M pattern right there, guys. I should have stayed in that trade. So you see right here, the first entry was in, stopped out break even, then got in on the break, stopped out break even. Oh my goodness. There's the retest of the nose. Some ugly M's. Well, I mean, the good news is I'm like break even pretty much with commissions. So haven't really made money, haven't lost money. So, and it's 10:41. We do have FOMC obviously today. So probably we'll cut this at 11:30 if I'm not able to do what I need to do. Because last thing you want to do or I want to do is start getting cut up here going to FOMC. Yeah, let's watch if this is going to give us continuation lower right at the IB. So we just took out at the IB, and then we're back under. We're about to try to get back under. Let's see if they're going to displace now through that level. This would be a continuation move. But the patterns have been working really good so far. Entry patterns, the entry models. I think that's kind of like the hardest thing for most folks is they understand the concepts, they can get a good feel for where price is likely to go. But the hard part is just having a way to consistently enter a trade that's uniform, and systematic. That's the hard part. I know it was the hard part for me because I'll be like, oh, it looks like it's gonna go. Let me get in right now. Next thing you know, it doesn't. It fails. I don't know. You just do this long enough, you begin to start seeing what doesn't work. And from what doesn't work, you can begin to start putting together what does work. All right, let's see. These guys need to get through this IB low. We're already through it. We just need to stay. Let's see if they're going to be able to stay outside of it. This is the first close outside the IB. The first close outside the IB. Look at the 1 minute chart. And we can just see like how clean this was, right? Price came up, came down. This right over here at 600s. This was the retest here, breakout retest, and now we're getting continuation lower. And now we just close outside the IB. And we're at our 1 day minimum. So usually we'll see price kind of mess around here a little bit. And then we got put support down below here. So we start getting through this. I mean, it's already pretty trendy, right? The market's been very, very good to the downside. Very easy trades. I've just been going break even too soon. Let's see what's going on here with our Gexa map. What's going on with the SPX? Ooh, everything. My goodness. They're trying to reclaim here the 1 day minimum. We got 1 minute left for the 15-minute candle. I think we have some oil inventories getting released right now too. Oh, it already did at 10:30. Okay. And buyers are trying to reclaim this IB. They're trying to reclaim the IB. I don't think so. Let's see. We got a little reclaim happening here. We'll see. Let's go to the 1 minute chart or the Renko chart. So watching this reclaim level, they're trying to reclaim the IB, but they haven't successfully got back inside. So we're at a very interesting pivot right now. Yeah, it's hard to enter here for sure. I'm not really a fan of taking a trade right at the 1 day minimum. So the expected move lower, like this is what the options dealers are positioning as like the maximum or expected move. So we've already hit 100% of the move. So we're not expecting more than this. Of course it can, it's FOMC, but that's pretty much it. Look, they just kind of broke some structure here. Let's see if these guys are serious or just kidding. Let's see if they're serious or just kidding after reclaiming the 1 day mid initial balance here. Let's see if they're serious or just kidding. I'm going to try a scalp long here. Probably going to regret it. Let's see. We did reclaim IB. We did reclaim the prior 5 minute low and the 1 day minimum. So maybe we see a little bit of something here. A little bit of relief. Relief, if you will. There's the book map. Let's see if we can start climbing. Can we start punching through the open print of 1030? Or is that going to act as major resistance? So far, it looks like major resistance here. Come on. Hold 550s. No. 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 Turn up. Renko, turn up. Give me 3 bars. Come on. No. No. Oh my goodness. That could be the failure here. Let's see. That was 70 ticks. What is that? That's like 10 points, 15 points. Yeah, 15 points negative now. This could be the failure. Let's see. They broke this. Did I get in right there? Where did I get in? On the break? A little bit above the break. And it shouldn't. I mean, it's fine. I mean, whatever. Here's our open print. It didn't work. It just didn't work. Obviously, the market's bearish, but I had reason to believe that maybe we're reclaiming this level. We might get somewhat of a deeper pop, but no, no, sir. Very interesting. Let's see. I try one last time here. I'll try this dot. I'll try one last time on that green die. Let's see if we can this time clear the opening print. I have no problem getting stopped out and re-entering. As long as I don't do it more than twice or 3 times. Let's see. Can we not double top here, guys? Please, let's not double top. Let's just get some push now through 75s. Let's clear the opening print. The opening print is major resistance right now, so it could fail because it already failed 3 times. So I have to be mindful of that. It could double top here and give me a nasty rejection. So this is where we start watching the book map for the interaction of price around 550 and 75. That's where they're chilling right now. Let's see if we can get a pop, pop, pop. And if we do, I will be looking for 100 ticks at least. Oh my goodness. Are they going to hold here? What are they going to do? Stops at break even. There's 83 ticks. Can we get a push one more time through 75 and get my 100 ticks? Can we get 100 ticks? One more. One more pop. Maybe get the POC, which is at 605s. Come on, one more. One more. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. There we go. Stay above 75. Come on. Pop. Pop. Come on. 5 seconds left here. They need to stay above 75. Can we get to 600s now? Can we get to 600? Sellers are trying. I like to see the sellers stepping in here at these highs. That's what we want to see. It's usually a sign for short squeeze. There is 136 ticks. Can we get more? Can we get more? Can we get some more? How about we not be greedy and take that money? So I can now take back all my losses there. So we're back to $0. Made it back, baby. Oh, that was a ugly W pattern. Can't tell me it doesn't work, guys. It works. W pattern. Boom. There's the pullback. They protected the low here. They never took it out. We got that green dot right here. I took the first cut initially and they re-entered, but it was enough to make back the loss. And now it looks like it's beginning to fail, but let's see. These guys are going two-way right at the 1030 open. So they're trying to get price above this 1030 open. You see that? The sellers just failed again. That's a good sign, see? It's a good sign if you're trying to be a buyer. If you're trying to be a buyer. So that was an example of the level, right, being important. That level was our one-day minimum and our IB low. So we have that cluster of levels. And then we had some volume here, large volume. We got extreme right here. I don't know, it's already faded because they fade after I think a certain number of mid bars. But we had 100 contracts, about 300 contracts sold here into the low, another 78 contracts sold, and that's fine. Like, it doesn't matter if that's happening. What we want to see is that when we get extreme below level, we see the selling, we see the level, and then we start seeing the reclaim, right? The reclaim. So we get the low, lower low, higher low, higher low. So this becomes a reclaim, and then it confirms once we get the W pattern, right? So here's our A, B, C, D, and then we held the pullback. It was a deep, ugly pullback, and then now we're gone. Now it's beginning to trend, right? I don't know if this is going to be a big trend, but technically the confirmation comes from this green dot right here. That's already 250 ticks of potential profit if you stayed in that trade. And now it looks like we're beginning to hold breakouts on the buy side. It's hard to see that on a time-based chart. I mean, you kind of could, but I don't know. I just feel like it's a little more difficult to do so. But that's it. Just have to be patient, guys. It's got to be patient, you know. And if you just make sure your wins are bigger than your losses, you cut your losses quick. You don't need to sit in these big losses. Like, I very rarely will take 100 tick stop out. If I do, it's because I'm just either I don't know, maybe just late to my entries, or I have a higher conviction thinking that we need this thing to give it some space. Maybe the market's a little bit more volatile with ATR. That's it, you know. But for the most part, it's going to be about the same stop loss. It's usually going to be this red line. It's called next bearish rotation. So whenever we get these rotation flips, it's usually when I'm out of my trades. I don't really sit through the opposite rotation. So if we're bullish, if we're in an active rotation, which we are right now, price is currently in an active upswing, I don't want to sit through a bearish rotation. So as soon as it flips, I don't really want to be in that. Like, it's about to try to flip right now. So, and that's what creates these pullbacks. But what we want to do is always enter on the green dots. That way you really have very minimal heat against your trades. So now the sellers have taken back control. Maybe I'll take a short now and see if these guys are going to fail again. I don't want to see a reclaim by the buyer. So the technical stop should be this flip right here. But that's a little too big. Might be too big, but we'll see. Oh my goodness, did I just say I don't take 100 tick stops and I'm about to take a 100 tick stop? Let's see. Oh my good. They reclaimed that one. It's okay. We're watching. Let's see if they're gonna... I didn't even get my pattern here. I didn't even get the M pattern. I don't know why I took that trade. But it could happen right here. So we're just watching here. Could happen right here. We're back at that level again. Watching here. This could be the failure. They're still holding though. So we can't take it until we get that pattern. I was thinking that maybe we had a break back under. It looks like it wants to take this one out right here and get back under the 930 and then get back outside. What time is it? We got 5 minutes left though, so we got to be careful there. 5 minutes left on this sour candle. Keep our eyes peeled. Okay, I'm going to try again. Hopefully this time I don't get trapped. And then we'll just target the low here. Trailing with my rotation flip. I don't want to see price back into that nose. It should just go. It should just go. It should just hopefully go. Oh, no failed M's here, baby. Come on, stay heavy under 75. Stay heavy under 75. And we're below the opening price. Stay heavy under the opening price. We're dealing with this low right here. They could just bounce it off right here. They're still trying. Let's look at the 75 level here on Bookmap. They're going to try to reclaim 75. Yeah. There it goes. They're going to try to reclaim it right here. Stopped out break even on that. It's okay. I could always re-enter if it fails. It looks like they're going to try to pop it back up again. Watching here. Watching. Back in again on the failure there of 75. You saw that failure on Bookmap. They got above it. You see there, they got above it, and then boom, yanked. So I re-entered on that trade. There's 50 ticks. Can we get that push now through the lows? There's stops break even again. Let's see if we can push through 50s. Oh, we're getting really volatile now. Oh, stopped out break even right away again. Really choppy here. I should have just kept my stop above there. I can't enter anymore. So I tried that. I got stopped out break even twice. Same shit. I need to use wider stops, or at least not go break even until we start breaking the next level. But yeah, they're still holding. So I mean, it could easily reclaim in this pop, right? So that's the other thing. I like to see the immediate resolution, but we didn't get that. They just tried twice and failed. And now we see buyers trying to press again into 75 level. Let's watch if they're going to be able to stay above 75. Here's the reclaim. Could be a failed M. Let's see. Watching Bookmap. They get back under 75. Will they get back under 75? I'll try one more time. I'm back in short again. Hopefully they stay under 75. Nope. Oh man, tagged out there again. This is a retest now of the high. So I got fooled there. So I was in there short, got tagged out, then I re-attempted to short and then got stopped out. So this becomes a failed M, and now we're beginning to try to push towards these highs. We'll see if they're going to be able to maintain the move. Maintain this move into the 11 o'clock hour. I'm small red right now. Small red right now. Right around 50 ticks red on the session. 50 ticks red. Sorry, not 50 ticks. 50 points red on the session. So about 200 ticks red. All good. It's how it goes sometimes. That's how it goes sometimes. Okay, next 30-minute. Let's see. Ooh, look at that 30-minute structure there. So let's see if they get a test of 655s. That would be the prior 30-minute high. Let's take a look at this 1-minute chart. Yeah, it's beginning to get a little bit of bullishness here. We had that seller failure. Price did fail in and around this area here. Remember this area that we were looking at? 650s. I'm pretty much gonna wrap it up here for the session though in about 20-30 minutes. Watching here to see if they're gonna hold this breakout or if they're gonna trap again. Watch the book map here. We're back under 600s. Can we stay under 600s this time? Can we stay under 600s this time? Are buyers really taking control of this auction here? I'm in short now under 600s, but they could reclaim. Watching book map. Yeah, they're still squeezing here, huh? All right, I'm out on that one. Still, they flipped it, so just still gonna keep my eye on 625. We are breaking higher, trading higher, but we're coming into this prior rejection area here. Are they going to clear it out? That pullback held. There was the opening price, and it looks like they're going to try to get continuation here. This is that area here. So 650 was that area where we rejected from. So nice rotation from that 1-day minimum. Okay. Keep our eye on that book map. Yeah, exactly. 680 then fail. We'll see. We'll see. 650s. Maybe get above that level, then fail. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. 657, 666s. Let's go to a 15-minute chart real quick. Yeah, they're just pumping right now, man. You see, they're gonna break this 30-minute high here at 667, 670, 650s. I think the price is. Let's see. It is what's that high? 652s. I'm looking for a little squeeze up into this area here. Got all these nice lows here that we can just clear out if price wants to. Watching that book map here, 625, looking heavy on 625. Let's see if they're going to support it here. Watching here, sweeping underneath that low. Let's see if they pop it back up. Okay, there's our dot. There's a possible reclaim here of 625s. Let's see. We're also testing now 600s, which is our prior low from yesterday. Are these guys going to support it here? We're crossing back under the 11 o'clock open. Looks like we're about to trap here. Let's see. Are they going to run it down? We got this level right here we're watching. This low. Still holding up. Let's see. They're still popping off 600s. And to pull back to the midpoint here. Let's see if they're going to take it back higher or what they're going to do. There's the reclaim. So we had a nice little breakout pullback. There's our green dot. Can these guys take out the high? Can they take out the high? Let's look at the 1-minute chart. Let's look at the closures on the 1 minute. We closed above 625, but we immediately closed back under. Are these guys going to be able to get a acceptance above 625? Let's see what happens here. I'm still watching here if they're going to be able to do so. I'm just waiting. Look at the 1 minute. The 1 minute struggling here at 625. Let's see if they're going to be able to close through it here. Looking for a squeeze here. One more squeeze through 650s. Okay, there we are. There's that squeeze. Now we look to see if they're going to sustain the move. Is this going to be a bigger move back up, or the buyer's going to exhaust in it and around this area here? We'll see. Watch out here, 625s under again. I'm going to try one last attempt here under 625. Stop will be 648s or 650s. And they could just easily reclaim and jam it up because we haven't totally failed back below 625. So we just put the book map there. You can see them here. Let's see if we can catch this. I don't know. Yeah, there's back above 625 right away, it looks like. Yeah, there's 625. I'm going to cut this trade if they start popping 650s. Yeah. Yeah. And they immediately reclaimed off that midpoint there. These buyers are still pretty active here at this level. I'm out. And today, gang, I am done. I've taken my cuts. I've taken my max loss on the session. A little bit more than I would have wanted to. Normally it's 50 points, but I'm down like 75 points on the session. It is a red day for me today, guys. This week has not been the best. So far, it's been, I guess I did okay yesterday. The day before that was break even. So technically, first red day here of the week. But last week was a banger. It looks like it still can play out here, but I'm going to stop just because I'm not feeling it, man. I'm not getting it. Also didn't get my pattern either, but maybe it's going to happen right now. But I'm already done for the session, guys. Done for the stream. Not going to be trading FOMC, but we'll be back tomorrow. It's a new day. So, you know, if you're not feeling the market, you're getting stopped out, just cut the trade, guys. Just cut the trade, stop trading. That's it. Be done. Don't force it if you're not feeling it, right? It's probably going to happen now, but it is what it is, guys. All right. You guys have a good rest of your day. Take care. Stay safe during FOMC. And we'll be back tomorrow. Oh, look, there's the move. There's the move. I would have just waited for the M pattern. Take care, gang. You guys have a good session. Thank you.